Hey everybody, it is Karen and it is day 6 of my 30-60 writing challenge for the month of November. So today, this is one of those days where I always feel guilty about. I didn't really do any writing. I mainly watched videos about my setting and I jot down notes about things that I knew that I noticed that I wanted to either look into further or the ambiance that I would like to include in the upcoming scenes. I found it's really interesting the kind of stuff you can find on YouTube these days. So I'm setting my story in Vail, and I have only been to Vail once, and it was when I was probably in middle school. And we used to ski a lot, but I think we only went on one family skiing trip to Vail, and we didn't stay in Vail. So my personal memories of Vail, I have terrible memory anyway. My personal memories of Vail are first of all, very out of date and not, I can't recall them. And I didn't really, like I said, I think we might have gone we might have eaten dinner because I remember walking around Vail Village and thinking, wow, this is, but I was a kid and I wasn't really paying that much of attention to it. And we stayed outside of Vail in one of the, probably now they're probably built up because everything in Colorado is so built up compared to even when I left there to go around my 30 years ago. Well, when I was 30, so 20 some years ago, I left and things are even more incredibly built up. And they were even more incredibly, like the Front Range and the mountains, everything in Colorado is growing so much. So I don't know. I found it really, I don't want to go down like a rabbit hole of research and get stuck, but I do need to, all the romance of the story is going to be happening in Vail. And so I really want it to be, it's a destination romance. And I don't want to, therefore, I feel like the magic of the mountains, the magic of the place really needs to be present in the story. The main character is from New Jersey. She's never been out west before. So and Vail is kind of like, it's a tourist town, right? It's parts of it look like you might be in the Swiss Alps or something. It's not, just like a regular suburb or anything. It's a, it's like going to Vegas or going to, New York. It has its own flavor, and I want to catch that. I need to catch that. And I'm also basing the hotel where they're staying on a real hotel. Um, I'm not I'm not exactly copying it or anything. I mean, but I'm somebody who really likes to base things in the real world, and I don't want to actually use that hotel because I'm making up my own story. But that's in my mind. That's what it's based on, and so I'm trying to really capture, like, really learn as much as I can about um, the town, in a way that I didn't get to go. What's funny is my husband lived there many, many years ago before we met. He was working there, and and he doesn't even really. Again, he has a totally different experience of Vail because he was working there, and so he lived in the cheaper place. He shared, he had roommates, and they lived right outside of Vail or right on the edge of it. I'm not quite sure, but not what this what so every so even though I have like my own recollections and my husband's recollections, that's not what's going to be going into this book. So anyway, what I'm saying is, and I don't enjoy books that really kind of gloss over setting and don't have a lot of description and don't that's really important to me as a reader and as a writer. And so although technically I would have failed today if this was NaNoWriMo because I did not really do any writing, I succeeded in my 30-60 writing challenge because I did spend 60 minutes working on this novel. I am doing research today. And um I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to go onto Google Maps. We'll see what I do tomorrow. I'm still trying to get into the transition of her getting into the hotel, and I'm trying to get some street views of that, and I'm trying to like pinpoint that. I'll probably be doing that with Google Maps tomorrow, but I need to find out just because I really want her first impression of this hotel is also her first impression is like wrapped up in her impression of the hero, right? So all of that matters. It's not just the scenery, it matters to everything. So, um, but yes, I am going to be, I need to be very careful not to go down the research rabbit hole. I just need enough to get me going in the plot. And then when I get really nitty gritty into the scenes, then I can go back and look at everything again and get more depth. So that's what I did today. I hope that you had a really good writing week. I'm concerned my son has a cold. I'm hoping that that does not catch up with me and that I skip that one by because it's going to make my already really hard resistance to get my butt in the chair. If I catch a cold, well, I don't know if this writing challenge will succeed, but let's hopefully I won't get it. And I know that there is a lot of sickness going around right now. So I hope you guys are healthy and being creative and having a wonderful evening. And I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye.